morning and welcome back to Cold Waters. I'm Captain Numpty, or David Steele, and, well, I would say here's me boat, but we can't see her yet. No, not yet. We're about to see her, though. But today, we are in the USS Snook, or Snook, SSN-592, and we are participating in the South China Sea 2000 campaign of Cold Waters. And yes, this is a modified game, because the Snook was not still in service in the year 2000. In fact, speaking of things not in service, we also have the UM-125, incorrectly labelled as the A. That's the nuclear version. No, this is just the conventional version. That is a standoff missile-launched torpedo. Very useful. And the harpoon that the Skipjack-class boats were never given. So, bit of a fictional submarine, a bit of a fictional scenario, but let's see what happens. Now our mission is to intercept, I think it's commandos, let's just check that. Yes it is, it's intercept commandos. So what could possibly go wrong?
Con, sonar, new contact bearing.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Yeah, we'll see. See what we can take.
Con, sonar, new contact bearing. 0, 4.
Con, dive at 4-5 feet, dive
What we can
by.
find.
Con, sonar, new contact bearing. 1, 0, 6. Designated Sierra 3.
There's a caution in the real world.
Con, sonar, new con, sonar. Launch transient from Sierra 1.
That's not good. Wow.
Con, fire control, we've lost the wire.
I guess
con,
that's
sonar, Sierra 1 is classified as come right to 1. Con, sonar, launch
That's
transient from
really not
Sierra 1.
Okay, we're already in trouble then.
1. Con, sonar, we are cavitating.
I was hoping we would have a bit more time before we got stuck in, but I guess that's not going to happen today. So one of these is...
Con, maneuvering, making turns for 1, 5.
Yeah, we got no chance of detecting
turns
the submarine right now.
2, 0 knots, maneuvering I.
Okay.
Con, maneuvering, making turns for 2. Make turns for 3 knots, maneuvering I.
Make depth 700 feet, dive by.
So we may...
Con, sonar, lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 0, 3, 7. Contact faded.
We may be discovering why the Skipjack-class was taken out of commission. Any chance of detecting what any of these other targets are? Oh, I wasn't looking at the screen and I should have been. Let's see. Can I tell where else the sonar's coming from?
Con, sonar, no longer cavitating.
That's Sierra 1. That's... okay. So it looks like it's not even detected right now. Everything else is a surface contact. Okay, There's a pretty good chance that Kilo has been able to guide that weapon onto me, and that's not great. So he's probably fired a USET 80 or maybe a Test 71, Test 71M. Is that what they carry here?
Con, maneuvering,
MKE.
making turns for 3 knots.
Great. Yeah, that's really not good. Okay, so 2,000 yard detection range on that sensor, and of course it's wire guided, I believe. Oh, pretty sure it's wire guided. Did it say? Let's go back to here. Double check that. Wire guided, yeah. So there's a chance that he's lost where I am. He's legging it. He is going a different direction. But I would say there's a pretty surefire bet he knows. He knows where we are. Even though we can do 33 knots, we're still we're not exactly we're not in a great position right now. We're more on the defensive than on the offensive. Now my Mark 48 may well spook this Kilo. I would hope it would. And if that happens, we might get a better idea where he is, but also we might cause him to break the wire, if that's even useful right now. So we're hacking it more or less south as best we can. Now this contact to my south, it's probably fairly large, I'd say surface vessel, maybe. I can almost see sonar lines there. Might be one of those. Oh, that could be a lot of things. Okay, I can't tell what that is. It's a merchant vessel. I think we figured that out, but I don't know what flag it's carrying. Although I could pop up to the surface. That's actually tempting. Let's see, can we see anything coming towards me? Of course, there's something that we wouldn't be able to do in real life. But I would pretty much say that there's two heading my way. Let's turn towards them. And see, yeah, it looks like there's a third one following, and see if they change course. So, excuse me. So you can't do this in real life, but in the game, of course, you can switch to the outside view and watch the stuff coming towards you. So, is it realistic? No.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 4, last bearing 161. Contact is in the baffles.
And I suppose I should really suppose that they would be doing that, but I don't like supposing when it looks like there's 3 torpedoes heading my way, and just one of mine heading their way. Actually, it looks like one in front of me is pretty much to the north, so let's go ahead and turn more or less to east. Okay, what I'm going to try and do now is sneak between them. So switch back to this view. I think there's one to the north of me and 2 to the south of me. Oh, there's the Kilo. Let's take a quick look at this guy. Yeah, I don't think he's threatened by my torpedo, unfortunately. Okay. Right, so we are possibly 2,000 yards away from the torpedo to our north. It looks like it's...
Come left to 091, helm I.
I'm going to escape here, I think. Just. He's basically run a little bit east-southeast to keep it at 2,000 yards. Switch back up here. So I think we're past the danger there. I'm going to go ahead and swing a little bit more north.
Come left to 030, helm I.
And let's slow down to
Con, helm, steady course.
take a listen to what's
Make turns for 10 knots.
around this.
Maneuvering I.
For the sake of it, we're also going to pop up to
Passing 700 feet.
150 feet. I might get to use my sea lance. See if I can rattle this guy's cage from a distance.
Passing 600
And
feet.
if not him, perhaps the other submarine that we can't detect. Oh,
Passing 500 feet.
Come right to 181, helm
so that's
I.
a torpedo that is pretty much.
Passing 400 feet.
Con, maneuvering, making turns for 10 knot. Come right to 130, helm I.
Actually, that might not be as bad as I thought. So
Come right to 154, helm I.
we've managed to avoid 3 torpedoes through simply not being in the
Con
location that
sonar
they expect us to
noisemaker
be in.
bearing 086.
That is very good. Now, this other torpedo here that's heading northwest must have anticipated that that's where I was going at the time, which is great, but what's threatening this Kilo is such that he's making all sorts of evasive maneuvers.
Con, helm, steady course.
It's not my Mark 48, I don't think. I'm gonna go aggressive.
Con sonar switching to active search.
Right, my Mark 48 has detected something. Let's see if we can see this other guy. Is it Sierra?
Con sonar Sierra 4 is classified as merchant.
Let's take a look at Sierra 4 whilst I wait for that to... Yeah, it's Chinese, so it's a viable target, I think. We're going to adopt a more aggressive policy, shall we say. So I'm going to have this guy, if I can. He's 4,000 yards away. Works for me. Firing solution. We'll do this.
Shoot tube 1. Aye, sir.
Because we still have a wire, I can also use this torpedo to... Ooh, interesting. To go for something else. I think I saw something... Yes, I did.
Shoot tube 4. Aye, sir.
That's exactly what I wanted. I've sent a Sea Lance. It was the general location of whatever it was that just launched that torpedo at me. And I need to make like a tree and get out of here, I think. So, I'll give that a few sailors, 2 of them, okay.
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing 080.
I think I can
Come left to 359. Helm
just essentially head north and avoid those 2 torpedoes that are tracking pretty much the merchant ship. In fact, he may have just sealed that merchant ship's doom, depending on what that is. Let's take a look at one of these torpedoes. Well, they're wire-guided. Look, the southernmost one is just turning to follow me. That's not good.
Con sonar, noisemaker,
However,
bearing 089.
we got the kilo. Okay. However, the fact that my torpedo has caused it to do some evasive maneuvers is encouraging.
Come left to 270. Helm aye.
I'm going to run this, my Mark 48 active, I think.
Con, torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
And for the sake of it, I'm going to get down to back down to 700 feet.
Con sonar, lost contact.
Make
Con sonar, we are
I'm going
cavitating.
to increase speed to 15 knots. Yes, we're going to cavitate, make a ton of noise.
con maneuvering. Making turns for 15 knots.
Actually, I think we'll keep turning and we'll end up heading
Con
south.
sonar, regained contact on.
Passing 200.
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
So the reason why I'm turning south is I want to see if those torpedoes are still wire-guided. And if they are still wire-guided, if they're going to follow me, or if this guy is busy evading the Sea Lance, I've hopped his way. Let's see if we get Sierra 4.
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 013. Contact is in the baffles.
Passing 300 feet.
Certainly hurt this guy. I don't know whether we sunk him or not. We did. Perfect. Okay. Well, I say perfect. I mean, it's never a good thing that you sink a merchant ship, but they're at war, and I need to act a bit like it.
Make depth 700
Okay.
feet. Dive
I'm
high.
going to sprint south,
Make turn.
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
because if those torpedoes are still tracking me, I'll need a bit of
Con sonar, switching to passive search.
speed just in case. But if they're not, I'd still have to be out of the way. I'll sprint south, get down to 700 feet. We'll stop cavitating soon, and I'll slow down. Let's get as south as
Con sonar, no longer
Sierra
cavitating.
4, I think. Let's accelerate time.
Con,
Con, dive at
That's good
700
enough.
feet. Dive high.
rig ship for ultra quiet.
Make turns for 0
Aggressively
knots.
get my speed down
Maneuvering
to
aye.
5 knots, then we're just going to listen. And hope we don't hear their torpedoes.
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Okay, I'm pretty certain that
Con sonar, regained contact on. Sierra 2, bearing 010.
those are wire guided. However, we're right smack bang in the middle here.
Come left to 001. Helm aye.
It's really not good. All right.
Make turns for 3 knots. Maneuvering aye.
A little area where I turn round. I'm going to head towards that area, and then I'm going to pummel east at flank speed, I think. So I'm still
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 009. Contact faded.
6,000 yards from the torpedo threat, but if they've got a 2,000 yard sensor range, I'm only 4,000 yards, and I'm pretty certain that I cannot get away quickly
Con
enough.
helm. Steady course.
Yeah, I've got to thread the needle, I think, between 2 sensor ranges. It'd be easier if I were to head west, and then those torpedoes will be further apart. There'll be a bigger hole between their sensor ranges. But this is not a good position. Let's actually swing a little further west. This is going to be useful. Okay, maybe not quite that far west. Right, so as I was saying earlier, I am hoping for a call from, well, actually from my Ford dealership. And hope there is that once they call, I should be able to go and collect my car. See how, if that happens. I'll check when they close today as well. These are all things that you don't need to know watching this video, but hey, real life sometimes happens, so that's today. It's a joy to get there as well.
Con maneuvering, making turns for 3 knots.
Okay. I think we can start a gentle right turn just to get myself back to where I need to be. Yeah, okay. An hour till the dealership closes, so... Okay, that's good to know. It's gone active there, but I've got to be... Oh, it's interesting. It's circling. That's bad. Okay. Change of plan then.
Come left to 159, helm aye.
I'm going to head south-southeast, I think. We want to circumvent round that circling torpedo, stay out of its detection range. It's a pretty good tactic. The other captains formed a barrier. If I try and go through there, I'm going to drag
Helm, steady course.
drag his torpedoes back to him. We know pretty much where he was, but that's still, assuming he hasn't moved, and of course he will have moved, that's probably 10,000 yards away. 10,000 yards is a long time to be dragging 1 or 2 torpedoes behind me, and not mess up such that I end up eating one. Well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to pause the recording right now, and I'll be back with a bit of an update when I've made some progress. So we're back soon. Well, I'm back, and so far nothing. I popped up to periscope depth. I've popped up the sensors. I wondered if I'd struck this guy, if he was maybe running on the surface, but nothing yet. So let's go active with the sonar, see if we can...
Con sonar, switching to active search.
if we can detect him. He's taking commando, so he's not particularly well armed. We know he's fired upon me.
Con sonar, Sierra 5 is classified as submerged submarine.
Where is Sierra 5? Ah, I don't see where Sierra 5 is. So I'm guessing Sierra 5 is the enemy. Well, yes, it's the other submarine, and he's sunk. But I don't know where he is. So...
Con sonar.
Down scope.
I suppose I can at least look. Oh, hello. That's probably the kilo. Unless there's one over to my port side. Oh, okay. Looks like I got him, but I just can't detect him. Right. Well, that's good. Turns out the sea lance did make a mess of him. So yeah, I think in that case we've managed to make a pretty good attempt at my first mission. So I'm very happy with that. So I suppose on that note, I will close the mission then. So congratulations to Scamp. Hope that you got something from this. And if you did, you know what to do. So perhaps I'll see you the next time. Take care, everyone.